Today we're taking a look at these NBA matches, which are happening on Monday, January 2nd, 2023, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes. Before we dive into our video, don't forget to subscribe and push that notification bell to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. Also, check out our perks and join the High Stakes membership. Joining the High Stakes membership is easy, is cheap, but it will help a lot in the growth process of this channel. Plus check out our Patreon in the link down below if you want access for our premium picks. Our Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting predictions that ends up costing you a lot of time and money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Going back to our games for today, make sure to watch our videos till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. One more thing before we start, check out our new channel High Stakes Props and Parlays, where you can find our player props and parlay picks predictions. You will find the link in the description and comments section below. Golden State Warriors vs Atlanta Hawks. Atlanta yielded a thumping 74 points in the paint to the Lakers. The Hawks made 47.5% of their field goals and just 11 of their 38 attempts from beyond the three-point line. Trae Young led the way for Atlanta with 29 points and 8 assists, while Dejounte Murray had 20 points, 9 assists, and 7 rebounds. The Hawks have struggled a lot over the last few weeks. They are only 4-9 SU and ATS in the last 13 games overall. Atlanta ranks 21st in the NBA in adjusted offensive efficiency, 112.5 points per 100 possessions, and 12th in adjusted defensive efficiency, 113.4. The Hawks make just 53.3% of their two-pointers, 22nd, and 33.3% of their three-pointers, 27th. Golden State shot 46.2% from the field and 17 for 43 from beyond the arc against Portland. The Warriors handed out 29 assists and committed just 13 turnovers. Jordan Poole went off for 41 points on 14 for 23 shooting from the field and 8 for 9 from the foul line, while Klay Thompson made 7 of his 15 attempts from deep and finished with 31 points. The Warriors should get Andrew Wiggins back. Wiggins, who's averaging 19.1 points per game on 45.0% shooting from deep, has missed 13 straight games due to a right adductor strain, and his presence would be a huge boost for the Warriors' offense. It's hard to trust the Hawks' defense if Clint Capella remains sidelined, so I would take the Warriors to cover. I've mentioned how good the Warriors have been on the home court lately. On the other side, the Hawks are 2-8 SU and 3-7 ATS in their last 10 showings on the road. The Hawks have also covered the spread in 3 of their past 10 games overall. Our team pick is to take the Golden State Warriors ATS, and our total pick is over 233.5 points. Portland Trail Blazers vs Detroit Pistons. Detroit turned the calendar to 2023 on a high note, defeating the Timberwolves on New Year's Eve. Bojan Bogdanovic scored 28 points in the 12-point win as Detroit snapped a 3-game road losing streak. The Pistons bench contributed 65 points, led by Marvin Bagley Jr.'s 18.10 rebound performance. 7 Detroit players, including 5 reserves, scored double-digit points to bring the team back from an 18-point first-quarter deficit. This season, Detroit is scoring 111.7 points on 45.0% shooting, including 35.3% from distance. Its offensive rating is 23rd in the NBA, and its effective field goal percentage, 51.7%, is 4th worst, per dunks and threes. Bogdanovic leads the team in scoring at 20.8 points per game on 48.1% shooting. Detroit's assist per turnover ratio, 1.52, is 27th. The Detroit Pistons have been in a slump as they've lost 7 of their last 9 games, but they will be aiming to build some momentum here after beating the Timberwolves in a 116-104 road win on Saturday. Bojan Bogdanovic led the team with 28 points with 6 rebounds and 5 assists. Marvin Bagley added 18 points with 10 rebounds and 2 blocks, while Saddiq Bey and Alec Burks each scored 13 points. As a team, the Pistons shot 48% from the field and 10 of 27 from the three-point line as they got off to a terrible start and leaked 39 points in the first quarter to trail by as many as 18 points, but they didn't give up and dominated the second half by 66-40 to win comfortably in the end. The Pistons surrender 118.5 points, and their opponents shoot 48.7% from the field, including 35.6% from long range. Detroit's defensive rating is 29th, and its opponents have the 5th highest effective field goal percentage, 55.5%. Portland can go cold from the field at times, relying too heavily on Lillard and Simons to carry it to victory. The Blazers are fun to watch, too, especially against inferior competition. The Pistons certainly fall into that category. Following a come-from-behind road victory at Minnesota, it's tempting to consider the Pistons covering the spread. However, recent trends suggest they won't keep their momentum. Detroit is 0-3-1 at TS in its last 4 games, following an ATS win. It's also 0-4 at TS in its last 4 meetings with Portland. The Blazers, meanwhile, are the most profitable ATS team this season, 21-14. With or without Nurkic, I believe Lillard and Simons will do enough to lead Portland to a win and a cover over draft lottery-destined Detroit. Our team pick is Portland minus 9.5 points. The Portland Trail Blazers have been in a rut as they've lost 5 of their last 7 games overall, and they will be hoping to bounce back here after falling short to the Warriors in a 118-112 road loss on Friday. Damian Lillard led the team with 34 points, 8 rebounds and 5 assists, and Anthony Simons added 22 points, while Jerami Grant chipped in with 19 points and 5 assists. As a team, the Trail Blazers shot 46% from the field and 12 of 39 from the three-point line as they exploded for 40 points in the third quarter to turn an 18-point deficit into an 11-point lead, but they couldn't find their offense when it mattered most, scoring just 16 points in the fourth quarter to allow the Warriors off the hook in the end. Our total pick is over 226.5 points. Los Angeles Clippers vs Miami Heat. The Miami Heat, 1918, 13-22 at TS, returned to winning ways on New Year's Eve. Coming off a 124-119 defeat at the Denver Nuggets, the Heat outlasted the Utah Jazz 126-123 as 4.5-point road dogs on the second night of a back-to-back. Jimmy Butler, knee injury management, didn't suit up, so Bam Adebayo led the Heat with 32 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, and a +6 net rating. It was a tight battle in Salt Lake City, and neither team led by more than 10 points. Miami shot 50.6% from the field, 13 for 39 from deep, and posted an excellent 32/12 assist-to-turnover ratio, but the Heat also allowed 16 offensive rebounds and 17 triples. Still, Miami had the last laugh as Tyler Herro made the winning three-pointer as time expired, finishing with 29 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, and 5 turnovers. The Clippers went 16 for 34 from beyond the three-point line and 28 for 29 from the charity stripe, but couldn't slow down the Pacers' offense. Kawhi Leonard accounted for 24 points, 7 assists, 5 rebounds, and a couple of steals in 35 minutes on the floor, while Reggie Jackson had 13 points and 3 dishes. Miami and LA closed down their 2-game regular season set. The Heat aimed for their 3rd straight victory over the Clippers after a 115-110 win as 6.5-point home favorites on December 2, 2022. Miami is only 1-7 at TS in its last 8 dates with LA, but I think the Heat will be able to keep this one close and cover a 5-point spread. The Heat outscored the Clippers 58-32 in the paint in their previous encounter, but LA went 17 for 36 from downtown. I'm expecting to see more of the same and would be surprised by a big margin of victory, whoever comes on top. 4 of Miami's last 5 games have been decided by 5 or fewer points. Our team pick is Miami Heat plus 5 points. The Miami Heat have been improving this season and are coming off a 126-123 road win against the Utah Jazz. The Heat were able to shoot the ball very well as they shot 45 of 89, 50.6% overall, 13 of 39, 33.3% from beyond the arc, and 30 free throw attempts during the game. Center Bam Adebayo led the team as in 36 minutes he finished with 32 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, and 1 steal in the game. Defensively, they struggled as they allowed 43.2% from the field, 42.5% from beyond the arc, and 44 trips to the charity stripe. They were able to force 16 total turnovers with 10 steals and 1 block in the game as well. The Los Angeles Clippers have been playing well this season, but are coming off a 131-130 road loss against the Indiana Pacers. The Clippers were able to shoot the ball incredibly well as they shot 43 of 80, 53.8% overall, 16 of 34, 47.1% from beyond the arc, and 29 free throw attempts during the game. Shooting guard Paul George led the team as in 40 minutes he finished with 45 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals, and 4 turnovers in the game off the bench. Defensively, they struggled as they allowed 52.3% from the field, 36.8% from beyond the arc, and 29 trips to the charity stripe. They were able to force a decent 12 total turnovers with 7 steals and 6 blocks in the game as well. Looking at the pace between these two teams, they are going to be methodical, as the Heat are 28th in the sport with 97.1 possessions per 48 minutes, while the Clippers are 22nd in the NBA with 98.5 possessions per 48 minutes. As we highlighted earlier in the article, neither team is a good offensive team and they lock down on the defensive end of things. Neither team is getting to the free throw line often to add points with the clock stopped, as Miami is 26th with 21.8 free throw attempts per game, while Los Angeles is 18th with 23.2 attempts per game from the charity stripe. Our total pick is to go all in all with under 221.5 points in this game.